Carolyn Miles, and I graduated in 1983, and I was an animal behavior major. I work for Save the Children, and I'm the CEO and president there. And Save the Children is an organization that works in 120 countries around the world, and we work on health, education, and the protection of children. We really try to change the world for children. That's our mission, is to make the world a better place for kids. And we have three things that we focus on. One is ending the preventable deaths of children under 5. So there's about 6 million kids that die every single year of very preventable things. Our second goal is around education, so making sure that kids get into school and they get a basic education, which means they learn to read, they learn to write, and they have basic numeracy skills. And then our third area of work is protection of children, so making sure that kids are protected from harm. That could be domestic abuse, that could be child labor, that could be child trafficking, it could be in emergencies where a lot of times children are in great danger. So those three things really: health, education, and protection. You know, I think when I look back and think about what I learned at Bucknell, there were a couple of things that were really important. One was I was an animal behavior major, and actually I think what was so interesting about that course of study was it really gave you an eye into behavior. It wasn't really, yes, it was animals, but it was really also about how people behaved as well, and there's a lot of correlations there, and I think that was really helpful. I also had an opportunity to do some things around leadership, so I was in a sorority, did a lot of activities while I was at Bucknell, and had an opportunity to be a leader in many of those settings. And that's something that I enjoyed and I think built on once I left Bucknell. I think I would give a couple pieces of advice to students today. One would be find the thing that you're passionate about and really follow that passion. I think for me it became, how can I make the world a better place for kids? And that really is something that has become a huge passion for me and is something I'm grateful that I get to do every single day. But find what that passion is for you. I think that's really important. The second thing I would say is don't worry so much about that first job. Chances are, I'm a great example, that first job was not where I ended up, didn't go in the kind of a straight path, and it's really important to be open to change as you go along in your career and not worry so much about what that first job is about. So those are two things that I would give advice on.